These are 4 animals with the worst lives. First is the Greenland shark, for example. You start your life in pitch-black Arctic water, moving slower than a tired human on a Monday morning. You spend centuries, literally centuries, wandering alone, snacking on whatever dead thing sinks past you, all while parasites drill into your eyeballs until you can't see anything anyway. And you repeat this for over 400 years. Good luck. Then there's the redback spider male, whose entire existence is basically a romantic tragedy. You finally find a girlfriend who is 8 times bigger than you, mate for a couple seconds, and then your big finale is swan diving straight into her jaws so she can munch on you like a protein snack. Congrats! You survived just long enough to become lunch. Now consider the immortal jellyfish, which sounds cool until you realize the curse behind the name. You drift around the ocean with no purpose, and when you get hurt, sick, or old, you don't die. Nope. Your body collapses into a tiny blob, resets itself back to baby mode, and you start the whole boring cycle again. The only way out is getting slurped up by something hungry. And finally, the cicada, whose entire schedule is pain. You hatch, fall into dirt, crawl underground without eyes or wings, and basically sit there for 13 to 17 years doing absolutely nothing but sipping on roots. After all that, you rise from the soil like a confused zombie, survive just a few weeks, scream into the air, and drop dead. Male Argonaut octopus. Because his dating strategy is straight up terrifying. This guy is tiny, so small he can't even swim properly. To get around, he literally grabs onto jellyfish like an Uber. When he finally finds a female, things don't get better. She's massive compared to him and will gladly eat him if he gets too close. So instead of approaching, he detaches his own reproductive arm and fires it at her like a biological missile. Mission accomplished. Except without that arm, his life is basically over. Romance achieved, survival not included. Next up is the Hyantotinus mouse. When mating season hits, males completely lose their minds. One session can last up to 14 hours, and that's not even the worst part. After finishing, they don't rest. They just move on to the next female. For weeks, no sleep, no food, just non-stop chaos. Their bodies flood with stress hormones that keep them awake but slowly destroy them from the inside. They start losing fur, go blind, and eventually they die from sheer exhaustion. And finally, the male jacana bird, aka the most overworked single dad in nature. Female jacanas don't build nests at all. Instead, they fly around judging males like a reality show. If a nest isn't good enough, she'll attack him and wreck it, forcing him to rebuild. Only when she approves does she lay eggs, and then she immediately leaves to find another male. The male is left to hatch the eggs, raise the chicks, and protect them alone. And to make it worse, since the female mates with multiple males, there's a good chance some of those chicks aren't even his. Have you ever asked yourself why sunfish get so much hate and are often labeled the most pointless animal on the planet? There's a reason for that reputation. To start with, they're terrible swimmers. Instead of a normal tail fin like most fish, sunfish have a strange structure called a clavus. This makes moving through the water awkward and inefficient, often leaving them drifting near the surface, unable to steer properly. Many end up stuck floating on their sides, overheating under the sun, or slowly drifting without control. And somehow, it gets even stranger. Sunfish have almost no way to defend themselves. Predators will frequently bite chunks out of them, but the sunfish usually just keeps going like nothing happened. Their brain is roughly the size of a walnut, meaning that while they can feel pain, they don't really process what's going on well enough to react or escape. Their bodies don't help either. Sunfish are thick, rubbery, and oddly bony, which makes them extremely unappealing to eat. Most predators will take one bite and immediately spit it out because of the taste and texture. Even humans don't bother fishing for them, since they're basically inedible. The only creatures that truly enjoy sunfish are parasites. A single sunfish can carry more than 40 different types of parasites at the same time. They survive by lazily drifting through the ocean, hoping plankton, jellyfish, or anything edible happens to float inside. Yet despite all of this, sunfish have existed for over 45 million years. They appeared long before humans and have outlasted countless other species.